Hi, everybody. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I know I'm doing just fine. Oh, here comes another nail. I'm almost run out of fingernails here. That's okay. Um, this is the book I was telling you the other day that I just got this book, and I haven't even looked at the whole thing yet. I haven't even looked at all the pictures yet, which that is really not like me. Usually I go through and look at all the pictures first. But there's one part in this book that I find to be very interesting, and that's here. It's working in a series, making a series. And what this person has done was she's working on all these pieces at one time. All these pieces she's working simultaneously, pretty much, all at one time. And then I thought, I want to try and do that. So, because that's just how I roll. And so I'm going to just put my bookmark there. And this is what I've done. So far, I just started, I've got 8 pieces of denim. I cut 8 pieces of denim and I frayed each of the ends. And I laid them out. And then I started just coming up with pieces. Like this one, I don't have any of these stitched on yet. Each one of these pieces, I even gave them their own needle and thread. And then I just started adding, just putting pieces down. Like when I had a piece like this, I put one on each piece and just throw them on there, just passing them out. And just little pieces of something that I think will go along with that fabric. And then they each have their own little needle, because then I don't have to stop and change the needle. So they each have their own needle. So I've stitched some on this one, and I've stitched some on this one, and this one. I've stitched a little on this one. And so then I will now they're not going to forever live on this here piece of white fabric. I just put that white fabric there just so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm coming up with, now they're not, everyone doesn't have exactly the same pieces. Like this one's got a little gingham bow, and this one had a little white bow and a blue button. There's 2 buttons. This one has a butterfly. So they, let me see if I can move this camera. Just a little scoot it up here, and there we go. And so you can see a little bit better. Then I have some odds and ends over here that I might want to put, like one of these little flowers here, I took and put right here. So I may end up with even more stuff over on the side here. And but I don't finish one square before going to another. Like this one, I've got quite a bit stitched on there, but the needle is still there ready to stitch more things on. And so then I just start picking up something and stitching it. And I don't put a lot of thought into it. I'll just start stitching, just slow stitching. Slow stitching is supposed to be just exactly that. You just take your time and you just stitch. And what I want to do on each of these pieces is I just, I'm one who kind of doesn't finish something before I go to another item, another project, because that's just how my brain works. Actually, my brain doesn't work. That's why. And so I'll just get that like a little bit. I'll stitch that little piece on. Then maybe I'll take this piece and I'll start adding that here just wherever. I'll just add that one on here. And then your stitches don't matter what kind of stitches you use, just long as the needle goes in one way and out the other. Then that thread is going to hold your piece on. And so that's all you do with that. You get that on there like that. And then each piece will kind of look the same because you've kind of used the same colors. Well, mine will because I've used kind of the same stitches. I must have dropped a piece. Okay. And there, I mean, I've used the same fabrics and the same little scraps. Sort of the same, not exactly the same. Because some of the things, like I have these here flowers over here, but I've only got 5. So they wouldn't go on every one, but they might go on some of them. And so, but basically I have the same things, and they're all, and when I was kind of going through some things here, it's because I was using denim, blue denim, I wanted just to keep with that blue denim. And so see, I don't go lay them out ahead of time. I'm just kind of stitching them on as I come to the end of one spot. Then I kind of just go to the next spot, you know, get the next piece. And then these can be, you could take these, once you have all your pieces together, you could maybe put them all on a background piece and stitch them on and frame them and hang them on your wall. I think that would be very pretty. And if you just get them all lined up just perfectly somehow. And that could be pretty. But another thing that was mentioned was using them on a card if you're making a greeting card. And like if you have like making a greeting card and you put oh, thank you, darling. Would you fill this bottle up with water for me?
Water?
Water, please. Thank you, sweetie. And yeah, I want to make some greeting cards with these that I can mail off to people. Let me see, where did I put my, like if I make a greeting card and then if I were to take just one of these pieces at the top of the greeting card and stitch it or glue it onto the greeting card and then put a quote down under here, right down under there, you know, just something like that, that would make a nice greeting card too. And so now I'm getting, oops, here, oh yeah, that's okay. Nope, that's not okay. I just went around and see, I stopped in the center. Okay, let's put that one off to the side. I got to do some repair work on that one. But then I was looking at this one, and this one here, I put, this one here, I actually laid a yo-yo on there. And so, and then my eye was catching that yo-yo, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna work on this one. And so you can do that. You can, looks like I got a lot of stuff thrown on this one. And then you can change your mind too if you want. If you don't want to leave that just like it is, you can change your mind and do something different. But you just keep stitching. Some of these got a real short needle. I like them better than doing something like this. I just have 8 needles going on here, so they're all just different. Okay, let's see. It's a pretty little yo-yo. Oh, that's one of those that I was trying to make a square out of. And so, oop, almost did that one wrong too. Coming out the top and then going in the bottom doesn't make for a happy sewer. Because I don't want to go around the edge. And so I can now take this yo-yo and see what that's going to look like as I go around. And these, once you finish up with this series, you're just doing a series, I might want to do something that's all in reds maybe next time, or all in orange, or all in purple, and just go through my scraps and find things the colors that will meld together, which is not usually what I do, because usually I have colors that absolutely don't go together, and then I put them together just because I feel like I want to do that. And so yeah, that's how I roll. But I find this, my slow stitching is very relaxing. Very, very relaxing to me. And lately, to be honest, there's been a little stress going on in our family. For me. For some it's not stressful, but I take things to be a little stressful. I want everybody to be happy and smiling, in a good mood, and having a good day, and all that kind of stuff. And then when it happens that somebody is unhappy, well then, oh gosh, then I don't know what I do. But now see there, then maybe I'll want to put a button right in the middle of that yo-yo. Let me see if I can get this needle over there. And then maybe I'll just put a button there. Thank you so much, Papa. And my bottle of water. Okay, did I just go? I did. I just went around that fabric instead of, see? Okay, but you can see kind of what I'm doing there, and then put that button there. I gotta repair this one now. Okay. Yeah, so then instead now I'll just go to this one. And so, because now I gotta fix that, because if instead of going back in through the top, I went in around the bottom, and so then my thread is wrapped around, and so why not just start with another one then? What if I just do this one, put this flower right in the middle? Right in the middle, I'm going to put that flower. I'm all numble fingers this morning. I know what I want to do, and it's just not doing what I want it to do. My fingers are just, yeah, that's what it's happening. Okay. And so to put this flower on, I'm just going to put a stitch on the end of each petal. On the end of each petal, I'll put a stitch. And maybe I shouldn't put a stitch on the end of each petal, because then that'll mean that I can't stitch anything underneath it, because sometimes I will tuck something under something before I stitch it on. But this is good. This is good. And it might end up that I don't use all them pieces that I had thrown on top. See, so now that's stitched on there. Oh, some of these belong over there. Let's just put these over here. And then maybe then I'll just go with this piece here. With no thought again, just really no thought. Just, well, I guess you would have a little thought because you're always thinking. And then the stitches can go anywhere, just as long as you're stitching your piece down. And so this is something with no direction. The only direction is, for mine, for this right here, is that I'm just using all blues, kind of blue and white. They're all kind of a blue and white. And I guess, and I just, and some of these pieces are just raggedy pieces. They're just nothing is like symmetrical or anything. It's just all different. And so I was watching a lady this morning do some slow stitching, and I liked her idea, but yeah, I liked her idea and how she did it, because she was also just pulling scraps of fabric out of a bag. But then she didn't like really the 3 scraps she pulled out. She said, oh, they didn't go together or whatever. So then she added more. And so to me, then I said, oh, that's just too much thinking, just too much thinking. And so it took her a while to get everything together that she wanted to end up with on her little slow stitch thing she was doing. And so then, but she would come up with something just beautiful. But even when it was done, she said, it's just really not something that I would have planned, is what she said. And so but yeah, there are some slow stitch projects that I have really put a lot of thought into, and they have turned out just very nice. What is this one here? Oh, this is something that I started making a cover for a little needle book. Oh, this isn't slow stitching. This is all on a machine. But I started making a needle book and never have got the pages into it yet. But that one I did on the machine. This one here, did I show you this one? This is one of my most recent ones, and it's just really scruffy. Just really scruffy. But you know what? On something like this, I like it really scruffy. Let me look in this book, see what else I have in here. Oops, here, get back up there. And this one, very scruffy. Very scruffy. And this one I just made, these. What did we call these again? Help me. This ephemeras that you can put in something, but they call them something, and now I can't remember. Where you just put a bunch of things together. You can do with paper or fabric, and they just call them clusters. They're just clusters. And then I stitched each cluster on that page. And this one I did in blues and denims too. And as you can see, there's just nothing that's matchy or, I mean, here it's all blues, but it's just, well, I like it. I like it a lot. And then, oh, this one here, I just have pieces. Oh, see these pieces of one here. And again, nothing that's matching, but it's all stitched together. And then this one here, again, this is one thing I kind of thought was, this one here, I have a lot of things that are slow stitched on, but then I put over the top, I put a film of tulle over the top, and then I stitched it on the sewing machine. Stitched the tulle on. But then after the tulle was put on, then I went with, I took black thread, and you can see these 4 places that I just put a series of black thread. And sort of like you could do in paper crafting and doing mixed media, it just put those in there, and I kind of like how they look, how they turned out. You can see on the back where I put those 4 series of just those little black stitches, and each one of those is just 1 stitch, and I like that. And then I just took some buttons, and because nothing here matches, I didn't want the buttons to match, but I put them just in a little arch there, the buttons. And oh, here I did the black and I did the white over here, but on the white long stitches I put some this way and some this way, so it looks like hashtags, hash marks, whatever. And then on that one some black. And this one here, before I started putting all them stitches down, I just laid on some scrap string, and after I put the stitches down, that held that scrappy string too. And so, and you know what I might do with this, what I was thinking, that if I took a piece of another color felt, because I put this on felt, I like working on felt because it's got some body to it and I can hold on to it. But if I took another piece, like if I was to take a piece of yellow, but make it just a ½ inch bigger around than this one, and then sew it to the back, and it makes it look like a frame, I think that would be pretty, and then it would bring out that yellow, the little bit of yellow that's in here. It would bring that yellow out. But I'm enjoying this. Oh, that one I've got already stitched on. I got just threads all over, and then but I'm having a good time with this. I'm having a real good time. And like this one, see how I stitched that in the front? Onto the front cover. None of my stitches are alike. None of them around that are holding it on. None of my fabrics really match, but I'm loving using wool lately, so there's a lot of wool in a lot of my things. And there I did those long stitches here too in blue. But then when I stitched this on all the way around, then my stitches were showing on the front. So then I just took some of this eyelash trim and went through the stitches. Just kind of went through them stitches. And I'm going to still do something else on the front of this too, to give it some life. You know, it needs a little bit more life. But yes, I just wanted to show you a series. Just what I seen in the book is stitching in a series. And then as you get these done, once you get finished, I was first thinking that I'll stitch till I run out of thread, and then I'm going to be done. So I still have a little bit of thread on there. And then this one here, where's my needle? Oh, there it is. And I'll just keep stitching until I run out of thread. That's my plan right now, though. But if I did I just go around again on this one? Oh, yes, I did. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to just stitch anyway. I'll just cut that wraparound thread off after a while. Get my button on there. And that button's not exactly centered in there, but you know what? It's okay. And then we'll just add this piece. Where's that thread? Okay, right here. And I can add this. That little piece. And then maybe on this one I'll take one of these here little flowers off of this. I think I ordered some more of these flowers. Maybe I didn't order them. Maybe I just have them on my wish list. I don't know. But some of different colors because I like using those flowers. And maybe I'll just go ahead and put this flower right here. Because it's pretty. Look at that little spot of yellow. And you know what I might end up doing? Sometimes now, I just thought of this. I like the yellow to go with the blue too, so I might make everything have a spot of yellow in it. I might go through my buttons and find yellow buttons and put a yellow button on each one, just so everything, not each one, but if it doesn't have one of these flowers with yellow, then maybe I'll just get a yellow flower and just put a yellow flower. Just a yellow flower will do. Okay. So then here's this little piece that needs to be right here in this spot. I like denim too. I think denim is a fun fabric. And then I have this little blue bow. Okay, so that blue bow will fit right there. And it's just mixed media fabric style. And then you know what I'll probably do? See, here's stuff going in my head again. Okay, let me lay that one down. I like beads. And I've got like a whole little box of seed beads. Right here. And so what I might do, what I'm thinking now, I'm thinking that if each one of these have just a little tat of seed beads, let's see. Oh, this one I don't have much more thread in it on this needle. I might have to add more thread. Yeah, I'm going to have to add more thread. But, oh, I don't even have enough to put that. Wait, let me just try another one. Wait, where was I at? Oh, right here. I'll just use this one. Was that one? Yeah, this is good. And I can just get a few little beads, a few little seed beads. No, don't throw them on the floor, Elizabeth. And put them on there too. A few little, well, maybe the forces don't want me to because I'm throwing. It's a good thing I wear dresses now. In the last month, I think all I've worn is dresses. And but then when I drop things, a lot of times they just land in my lap in my dress. And just put a few little seed beads on there. Now, can you just... There, I just put 2 beads on there. Put that one back over there. I'm done with that one for now, see? But, oh yeah, this one, oh, this one I was working on that. Oh yeah, see? I could see all my organization going to the wayside there. Put a couple beads here. I could put a bead on the end of each one of those flower petals. Wait a minute here. I might end up putting, oh, that would be pretty. Just put a bead on the end of on the petal of each flower and go all around with beads. Well, I'm not going to keep you because I know that I'm not really doing a good job with myself right now. What came in the mail? This is junk. This is junk. This is junk. Okay, junk. It's just junk. So, you know what? This is the same thing as if you go looking through Pinterest and you just get ideas from Pinterest. And then you, because I love looking at Pinterest and I get such beautiful ideas in there. And then you don't have to have it exactly the same. You can look at the picture, the image, and then don't don't worry about if yours comes out just exactly the same. Just don't worry, period. Let just whatever happens. I mean, you can get a sort of an idea. That's what I'm getting out of this book is I sort of ideas, and then I just follow my heart. Like, look at these. This is all gorgeous. And I haven't even read to see what these are all about, but they sure do look pretty, whatever they're all about. Oh, and here's multiples. Oh my goodness sakes. The stuff in this book, and then I have to read too. I look at pictures and then I read. Look at this. Now this looks like it's 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 squares, each one of them slow stitched, and then stitched together. Right there. Isn't that pretty? And look at this. That looks like it's more paper. I gotta read. I have to read. But oh my word. Fragments for collage. This is all collage. Oh my gosh. Just looking, drawing for collage. This might be all paper. But all of these things in this book could be paper or it could be fabrics and textiles. Oh, here's combining fabric and paper. Just turn a mistake into an opportunity. See there? A mistake into an opportunity. Found fragments. Look at this stuff. Collecting fragments. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. These are even metal things. Lockdown walks. I gotta read this stuff. There is some beautiful, beautiful things. I mean, this, for me, this is like eye candy. Like eye candy. Displaying fragments. Oh my word. Oh, 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 displaying fat fragments. But anyway, I'm not going to discard the class. I'm just, oh my word. Oh my word. This is just my, oh, here's that stuff that you soak it in salt water, is it, for like forever. Some of these things, some of these textiles, they've taken them and soaked them. They say hang this on the clothesline for 9 months or something like that. That's what she did. Look at this. See, this is something I think is just beautiful right there. I think that is just beautiful. When I look at something like this, it just, I'm just blown away. Look at this. Deconstructed boxes. Oh yeah, deconstructed boxes. That's like the corrugated cardboard and rip one side off, and then here it's like painted, but then things are stitched onto it. Stitched, not glued, stitched. Oh my word. Oh yeah. My life is going to be like this for a while. For a while. Presenting fragments. Anyway, okay, mixed media, layering. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord. Oh, my word. Oh, my lanta. Look at, yes. Using every last scrap. That's talking my language. A daily practice. Oh, looks like here she's got a whole long, like a snippet roll. And which I have this, that I just took apart a sheet. And this was the cuff thing of the sheet. So it's a twin size sheet, so it's that long. And that's what I was thinking about doing, snippet roll on this. Although I got to have a real sharp needle because it's kind of hard. But what I did was I tore the whole sheet into 12 by 12 squares. And so I can use that sheet, and that was the top of it. But see there how she's got that? I could use that whole top of that sheet and work on it every day just a little bit to see what comes from it. But oh yes, look at that lace. Oh, look at that lace. Okay, so anyway, the name of this book is Fragmentation and Repair for Mixed Media and Textile Artists by Shelley Rhodes. Even the book feels good because it's almost like a fabric-y cover on it. So even the book feels good. Look, I got threads all over it. Look at this. See? And this is perfectly done. If this lady can write a book showing these beautiful things she does, then you know that this kind of stitching, why does that light, I want to make them shadows. But anyway, that's a good book. I'm a bookaholic. I love my little books. But something like this, I really get a lot out of it. A lot out of it. Oh my gosh, a lot out of it. Okay, I'm going to turn you loose, you guys. I'm going to turn you loose. But first I'm going to, oh, God knows best. Good. God knows best. Right there. We're going to read that. Y'all ever heard of Stoicism? That's what I'm reading. I'm not reading, but watching a lot of videos on Stoicism lately, too. That's a real ancient thing. But anyway, God knows best. Our Father knows what's best for us, so why should we complain? We always want sunshine, but He knows there must be rain. We love the sound of laughter and merriment and cheer, but our hearts would lose their tenderness if we never shed a tear. Our Father tests us often with suffering and with sorrow. He tests us not to punish us, but to help us meet tomorrow. For growing trees are strengthened when they withstand the storm, and the sharp cut of the chisel gives the marble grace and form. God never hurts us needlessly. He never wastes our pain. For every loss He sends us is followed by rich gain. And when we count the blessings that God has freely sent, we will find no cause for murmuring and no time for lament. For our Father loves His children, and to him all things are plain. So he never sends us pleasure when the soul's deep need is pain. So whenever we are troubled and when everything goes wrong, it is just God working in us to make our spirit strong. That's a good thing to keep in mind. That if everything in our life was perfect, how strong would we be? No, I don't think we would be strong. And I think about, there's some people that have been kind of like they say born with a silver spoon in their mouth and they never have to really struggle for anything. Are they becoming very strong? I think the people that have to struggle for every little thing, at struggling, it does make you strong. And so I'm strong like a bull. I can, well, anyway, we won't go into that. But yes, I think some of us that have struggled from day to day or feel pain day to day, emotional pain, physical pain, whatever, it really does make us stronger. Okay, I'm going to ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe and serene and strong, keep you strong, and keep you healthy and humble. And no matter how hard life gets, stay another day. God bless and keep you, and I'll see you on the next video. And just do some stitching here while I look for my mouse. Oh, here it is. There's my mouse. Okay, God bless and keep you. I love you.